Hi, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of The Drip. We have with us today Dean Caravelis from Blezoo, and today we're going to talk about branded merchandise. Dean, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Really excited to be talking to y'all today.
Tell us a little bit about Blezoo and what you do as a company and how you serve your clients.
So Blezoo is a company that I started now 16 years ago, believe it or not. And our niche is branded merchandise. And so there's a few different areas that we help clients. The first is events. When clients have events, we help them procure branded merch for the events to help expand the experience and enhance it. We also do mailers. As you know, we have a product we call Experience in a Box. Those are the two main areas that we help customers. All of them evolve around the branded merch space.
So everything we know has been moving digital, right? And so, how does that impact branded merchandise? And, what are you advising your clients in terms of how this can help them in their overall marketing campaign?
The move to digital has been happening for quite a while. At the same time, we were now over-notified, over-distracted, over-just immersed in messages. The branded merch gives you an opportunity to not only own a piece of real estate, but also kind of disrupt that pattern. I have a lot of philosophies that kind of revolve around it, and one of them is obviously do things that matter and do quality things that matter. In many ways, you'd look at the move to digital as, oh, this is horrible for merch, but actually it might be the best thing possible in a weird way.
When you have, those initial conversations with companies, what's the why, right? What's the why behind why they should truly consider it, especially in sort of this digital age we're in?
You need to understand why you're doing something and who your target market is and what the desired effect is. What I find a lot of companies when they stumble is, well, they have the budget, but they don't really understand why they're doing it. It's like, oh, the CEO wanted us to do this. And so I think there's an element of strategy there that has to go behind it, but it starts with having a budget, because saying I have $2,000 and everybody at a trade show has to get something cheap to throw at the bottom of the bag is not the answer, and it's not going to do anything for you. Keep that budget rolling into something bigger and more meaningful.
What are some of the success stories that you've heard from clients in terms of, what the potential benefits are of branded merchandise?
When a client tells me, hey, we did this mailer, we sent it to 300 CEOs, and we cross-sold 4 of them into new clients, and I got 1,000% return in 1 week. I mean, that is, to me, a very immediate direct marketing benefit, and that's the type of stuff that I hear that we work on replicating for other clients.
When we talk to clients in a similar way, I think a similar fashion to your conversations is, video and doing a great video that is organic to your brand and really, highlights your custom value proposition is important. But video in and of itself is not necessarily a magic bullet, right? It can help if it's used effectively within a campaign. What are some other metrics that people should consider when thinking about ROI on branded merchandise?
When you are doing something and you want an intended result, you have to be able to measure that result in some meaningful way, right? I sometimes think about the old adage that, 50% of my advertising is working, I just don't know which 50%. There's things that you can do, right? You can set up separate phone numbers, separate URLs to be able to guide people there. At the same time, if you are doing something like a mailer, I think, number one, your follow-up is going to be as important as the mailer itself, right? Like you said, magic bullet, right? So
great advice, everyone. Follow up.
If you are just doing this thing and going, oh, we paid this money, this thing should just produce for us. No, it's an opportunity, it's an opening, it's a social opening to be able to engage with clients.
That's awesome. Dean, I've learned so much today. I hope you have as well. Dean, what's the best way for people to find you and connect with you if they want to learn more about what Blezoo does and how you can help them?
You can find us on the socials at Blezoo, but if you go to blezoo.com, you'll see all things Blezoo. If you want to connect with me, Dean Caravelis on LinkedIn. I'm the only Dean Caravelis on there, I promise. Appreciate your time today. Thanks for having me.
Dean, thank you so much for joining us today on The Drip. And thank you for tuning in to this special episode. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us at nathan@digitalbrew.com, and we look forward to seeing you at our next episode. Take care.